In the dimly lit corners of a bustling Hot Topic store, where the scent of incense mingled with the latest alternative tunes, there lurked two tales that sent shivers down the spines of even the most seasoned retail workers. These chilling stories unfolded in the heart of the store, within the confines of the fitting room. It all began with a seemingly innocuous discovery. One unsuspecting employee, going about their routine duties, noticed an odd occurrence in the fitting room. 4 feet, not 2, peeked out from beneath the red curtain that separated the fitting area from the rest of the store. With a mixture of curiosity and trepidation, they pulled back the curtain, only to be greeted by a sight that would haunt their dreams for weeks to come. 2 people engaged in an intimate act amidst the clothes racks. The shock and embarrassment that followed were palpable, as the employee quickly ushered the pair out and embarked on the unenviable task of cleaning up the aftermath. But the horrors of the fitting room were far from over. A foul stench began to emanate from the same secluded space, sending waves of disgust through the air. Investigation revealed a disturbing truth. Someone had defiled the fitting room by leaving behind an unwanted deposit. The sheer audacity of such an act left the staff reeling, grappling with the realization that their workplace had been desecrated in such a grotesque manner. In a bid to prevent further incidents, drastic measures were taken. The fitting room, once a realm of autonomy for customers, was now fortified with a sturdy chain and a formidable master lock, ensuring that the curtain remained open and the space visible at all times. It was a crude solution to a disturbing problem, but it served its purpose until a more permanent fix could be implemented. Thankfully, salvation was on the horizon. A store overhaul brought with it the installation of proper fitting rooms, complete with walls and doors that offered both privacy and security. The era of the makeshift fitting room was over, and with it, the specter of unsavory encounters that had plagued the staff for far too long. But the memories of those harrowing experiences lingered, serving as cautionary tales for retail workers everywhere. For within the seemingly mundane confines of a fitting room lay the potential for true horror, reminding us all that even the most ordinary of spaces can harbor dark secrets. Amidst the heartland of the Midwest, where cornfields stretched as far as the eye could see, there existed a haven for the counterculture. Tucked away in an nondescript shopping plaza, adorned with neon lights and adorned with graffiti-style artwork, stood a bastion of alternative fashion, the local Hot Topic. And within its walls, a motley crew of employees found themselves embroiled in a whirlwind of eccentricity, courtesy of the colorful characters that frequented their store. Among the most prominent denizens of this alternative realm were the juggalos, devotees of the underground music scene known for their distinctive face paint and fervent loyalty to the insane clown posse. Yet, despite their intimidating exterior, these self-proclaimed family members proved to be surprisingly affable, their antics adding a dash of flavor to the daily grind of retail life. But it wasn't just the juggalos who added spice to the mix. The fitting room, that hallowed ground where customers sought sartorial enlightenment, became a stage for the bizarre and the absurd. From amorous escapades to impromptu piercings consultations, the staff bore witness to a veritable carnival of human oddities. And then there was the enigmatic figure who graced the store with her presence like clockwork. Week after week, she would make her pilgrimage to the listening station, where she would immerse herself in the sounds of the underground. But it was her peculiar companion, a plastic bag filled with empty glass bottles and peaches, that truly set her apart from the rest. One fateful day, as the staff looked on in bemusement, she donned the store's headphones with an air of anticipation. But as she settled into her auditory sanctuary, disaster struck in the form of a leaking plastic bag. Undeterred, she soldiered on, only to be confronted with the harsh reality of time ticking away. With a mix of determination and resignation, she made a split-second decision that would go down in Hot Topic folklore. With a triumphant cry, she declared the fate of her fruity companions to the world, hurling the bag into the nearest trash can before vanishing into the ether. And so, amidst the chaos and quirkiness of the Midwest retail landscape, one thing remained abundantly clear. Working at Hot Topic was anything but ordinary. For in the realm of alternative fashion, where the weird and the wonderful collided, every day brought with it a new adventure, a new story waiting to be told. In the heart of Central Florida, where the sun blazed relentlessly, and the humidity clung to your skin like a damp blanket. In the heart of this sweltering landscape stood a beacon of alternative culture, a mecca for those who dared to defy the mainstream. Hot Topic. And nestled within its walls was a store unlike any other, a haven for juggalos, devotees of the infamous insane clown posse. For 7 long years, I called this Hot Topic home, a witness to the spectacle that unfolded before me each day. You see, our store had earned the esteemed title of The Juggalo Store of not just the district, but seemingly the entire state. And let me tell you, working in that environment was like stepping into a parallel universe where normalcy took a backseat to the outlandish. Now, if you've never encountered a juggalo in the flesh, allow me to paint you a vivid picture. Picture, if you will, a figure shrouded in the layers of black, oversized ICPTs stretched over ample frames, mammoth trip pants adorned with an array of chains and straps, and always drenched in sweat. And let's not even get started on their hygiene, or lack thereof. But what truly set these juggalos apart was their unwavering dedication to their beloved insane clown posse. It seemed as though they possessed a sixth sense, detecting the arrival of new ICP merchandise with uncanny accuracy. And when they descended upon our store like a plague of black-clad locusts, the scent of sweat and stale fago hung thick in the air. Ah, yes, the smell. It lingered long after they had departed, a pungent reminder of their presence that no amount of air freshener could dispel. It was an olfactory assault that assaulted the senses, leaving us gasping for fresh air in its wake. But amidst the chaos and the stench, there was a strange sort of camaraderie that developed among the staff. We were warriors, braving the trenches of alternative fashion, united by our shared experiences and our unwavering commitment to surviving each day with our sanity intact. And so, as I look back on those 7 years spent in the company of juggalos and the unyielding heat of Central Florida, I can't help but smile. For in the oddest of places, amidst the strangest of circumstances, I found a sense of belonging that I wouldn't trade for the world. The soft glow of the mall's lights cast a dreamy ambience over the storefront, beckoning customers with promises of romance and allure. Amidst the fluttering excitement of Valentine's Day, one young employee found herself at the center of an encounter that blurred the line between retail service and uncomfortable intrusion. In the heart of my college town, nestled within the bustling corridors of the local mall, stood the sanctuary of my first job. It was a haven of youthful exuberance and retail delights, where I basked in the adoration of eager mallgoers and relished the camaraderie of my fellow employees. Each day brought its own tapestry of experiences, but none quite as memorable or disconcerting as that fateful Valentine's Day. As the crimson hues of love draped the store in anticipation, management unveiled their latest campaign, an eclectic fusion of corsets, lingerie, and the tantalizing allure of get-in-our-pants skinny jeans. Eager to boost sales and ignite the flames of desire in our clientele, we were tasked with transforming these intimate garments into fashion statements fit for the runway. With trepidation tingling in my veins, I reluctantly slipped into the sleek embrace of a black corset and paired it with form-fitting skinny jeans and boots. The mirror reflected a version of myself I scarcely recognized, a concoction of confidence and discomfort swirling within me like a tempestuous storm. Enter Creepy McCreeper, a specter of discomfort cloaked in the guise of a middle-aged man with a penchant for unsettling commentary. His eyes, devoid of any semblance of decency, roamed hungrily over my form, fixating on areas no respectable gaze dared to linger. "Help me choose something for my wife," he implored, his words coated in a saccharine veneer that failed to mask the underlying malice lurking beneath. With a forced smile plastered upon my lips, I embarked on a journey through the labyrinth of lace and silk, his presence an unwelcome shadow trailing behind me. Each step felt like a tightrope walk between professionalism and sheer revulsion as he regaled me with tales of his wife's anatomy, his voice dripping with an unsettling familiarity that sent shivers down my spine. Then came the moment of reckoning, the pivotal juncture where innocence collided with depravity. With a lecherous glint in his eyes, he requested the unthinkable, that I model the lingerie for him, a twisted spectacle intended to sate his voyeuristic desires under the guise of spousal consideration. In that moment, the walls of propriety crumbled around me, leaving naught but the hollow echo of discomfort ringing in my ears. Summoning every ounce of resolve within me, I deftly sidestepped his request, ushering him towards the register with a practiced smile that concealed the turmoil raging beneath the surface. As he exited the store, leaving behind a trail of unease in his wake, I exhaled a sigh of relief tinged with the bitter aftertaste of indignation. Though the encounter had concluded, its imprint lingered like a stain upon my conscience, a sobering reminder of the darker facets lurking beneath the veneer of retail glamour. In the aftermath of that unsettling encounter, I found solace in the camaraderie of my fellow employees and the unwavering support of management. Yet beneath the facade of normalcy lay the undeniable truth that retail, for all its charm and allure, harbored shadows that threatened to engulf the unwary in their sinister embrace. And so, with each passing day, I navigated the corridors of the mall with renewed vigilance, ever mindful of the precarious balance between service and self-preservation in the face of the unknown. A bustling retail store, shelves adorned with all things Disney, and me, a wide-eyed novice eager to make my mark in the world of sales. It was my first job, and I was determined to excel, especially in the magical realm of Disney merchandise. One fateful day, I found myself assisting a lady in the Disney section. She had a discerning eye, meticulously examining each item as if searching for hidden treasure. And there I was, bursting with enthusiasm, ready to unleash my passion for all things Disney to assist her in finding the perfect items. As we delved deeper into the world of Mickey and Friends, a camaraderie blossomed between us. We laughed, we joked, and I felt a sense of accomplishment as I helped her navigate through the sea of merchandise. It was a salesperson's dream come true. But then, just when I thought I had mastered the art of customer service, she dropped a bombshell. "Yeah, I wanted to get all the same things my boyfriend's baby mama has. Is that weird?" My heart skipped a beat, my mind racing to formulate a response that wouldn't send the conversation careening off a cliff. In that moment, I found myself at a loss for words. How does one respond to such a statement? With a nervous chuckle, I mustered up the courage to reassure her that it wasn't weird, all the while frantically searching for an escape route. With a sense of relief washing over me, I quickly cashed her out, eager to put the awkward encounter behind me. And as she walked away, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions, I couldn't help but marvel at the unpredictable nature of retail. In the end, it was just another day in the Disney section, where magic and mayhem coexisted in equal measure, and where even the most seasoned salesperson could find themselves caught off guard by the whims of fate.